Alright guys, how's it going? Mr. Extra here. You asked for it. Here we go. So I played a Horus Therion with Barrier Statue. So to shorten it down, I'm just Therion Barrier Statue Turbo. Anyways, so I played it in the original. I went 6-3. I made a bunch of people uncomfortable, refreshed their memory about how annoying the barrier statues are, and the Therion cards collectively. I played Horus too, obviously, because, you know, rank 8 feel great. And I ended up getting 63rd out of 300 and something people. It was a top 48, but I mean, I had my invite already, so I just played her out just to see how far I can get with like the little gimmicky statue, and we got really far, guys. So let's get right into it. I mean, top 64 better than nothing. Let's get right into it. All right, let's go with our MVP of the day, and I'm not even joking about this. So we played 3 Earth Barrier Statue. We played 3 Barrier Statue with a Drought, and that is because Earth Barrier Statue has kind of weird. It's Earth. A lot of people are not playing Earth-related decks right now unless they're playing Cash, like Scareclaw Cash or Fenrir. And if they're playing Fenrir, then Fenrir is the only choice. And then we protect this card. It puts in the work, guys. It really puts in the work. So we'll go ahead and go into like our Therion card. We'll go ahead and like do our Therion lineup. So we play 3 Lilybora. Lilybora is crucial. Use it to search for the field spell. Use it to search for Argeo. You're not ever search for Argeo. Use it to search for Disc Coliseum, which in turn you would use that as one way to keep your statue on the field and make them waste their battle phase thinking that they're going to get rid of it. And, you know, search for other stuff, just spell searching. So 3 Lilybora, 3 of the man himself, Mr. Regulus, Mr. Best Man in the deck, aside from statue, of course. And Regulus, good negate, overall 3,500 beater when you need to. And then we got the rest of our Therion names. 1 YALL for destruction protection, 1 Reaper to bounce cards back to hand, 1 Empress to extend and get a free zombie vampire out of pretty much nothing, and 1 Bull to trade with back row. And that was all like the Therion monsters and names that I actually ran. So my Horus package was fairly small. So we played 2 SETI. I would be playing 3, but I actually don't have 3 at the moment. I had 3, 4. But you know, certain times come for certain measures, guys. We play 1 Protector because it's an Earth. And we play the Monkey, right? And then 2 King Sark, because I don't like seeing King Sark a lot. I'd rather search it than draw it personally, just so I get the free additional draw if I'm SETI. But either way, the Horus engine was crazy today. It was very wild. Very wild indeed. So let's take those out the way. Let's see what else I got for you. Standalone floodgates that we made. We made 2 Tikaboos, right? Because Horus can play under Tikaboo because it's all different types, but Therions are also all different types. And guys, let me tell you, the amount of times today where I was doing Therion plays and my opponent, like, there's a good majority of my opponents today, they knew what Regulus did, they knew what Coliseum did, but they didn't know what the rest of them did, so a lot of it was free because lack of knowledge on the deck that I'm playing. Alright, let's see. Let's go generic 1-ups real quick. 1 trade-in for, you know, draw 2, card buy. Terraforming to search for a field spell, and Foolish to dump 1 of your names. So it's basically like you just use it as a secondary Argeo system, right? Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. This is first draft or whatever. I seen something similar to this online. It was just too good. I wanted to try it out, tweak it, and, you know, take it to regional, see what happens. We play the 3 Argeo system to Foolish Therion cards into the graveyard, rinse, repeat, rotate, or stuff. Very good, especially because your opponent will always forget this is in graveyard. If you have this in graveyard every single turn, you can do full combo with just this being in your graveyard and then good, accurate targets for it. We played 3 Disc Coliseum because Disc Coliseums are very good field spell. It's easily my favorite one still. I don't care what y'all say. Battle protection, When a monster is destroyed by battle, pull Therion back from your graveyard to your hand to help recur. It helps recur, helps battle protection. And, yeah, and when you activate it, it searches for a Therion monster and adds it to your hand. And then we play 2 charged, mostly because we run a pretty good amount of Therion names. We have 1 normal summon in the deck, which is a statue, so we don't really care about, like, anything else outside of normaling that statue, right? And charge came up all the time. I use this to draw into, like, my statue, draw into droplets, and, you know, push for game, man. It was pretty good. It was a lot better than trading, but trading's mainly there if I open, like, I don't know, Horus cards and I need to get the ball rolling. Some other stuff I played 3 droplets. Droplets crazy with this deck because, like, say if you're going second, you've got a handful of Therions and, like, Horus stuff. We'll just say Therions, for example. You need a Therion's engraved to rotate, right? You don't got Argo, you don't got Foolish, or they stop it. You droplets are field. This is going second or first, but going second is still pretty crazy. And you droplets are field, send like 2 Therions, and at that point you just dump probably, 2 negates on them, and then you just made your hand playable. Alright, power spell of the day, Small World. Small World had so many lines that I could do. I could Small World into my Ash Blossom. I could Small World into my Droll. I could Small World into Kaijus. I could Small World into the statue. I could Small World into Imseti. I was just Small World and everything today, guys. It was insane. The Horus and the Therion stuff have a lot of things in common, so it's just a whole deck of Small World lines, guys. So let's go over, like, our other generic stuff. We played 1 Cross, because Cross is a monster negate, and it's a negate banish if there's a Therion card on the field and an Argo system in the graveyard, which is pretty often if you're playing this deck correctly. You always want Argo in rotation, guys. Like, it's really good. Hand trap lineup is very small. This could easily be adjusted because this deck is 45, and I'm probably going to cut it down to 40 or 42 and then, like, run it. But if you see me at Columbus, I'm probably playing something else. Well, I'm like 90% of you playing Birds or Labs, so I'm sorry in advance. 2 Imperm, you know, craziness. 3 Ash Blossom. Imperm could probably go to 3. I'd like to see it more, but it is what it is, guys. Alright, so let's go over the side deck and then the extra deck. So the side deck is as follows. We have 3 Drolls, right? 3 Drolls for, you know, stopping searching. There's a lot of decks in the format that still search, believe it or not. We got the Space Boy himself, Mr. Rocky Rock. Nib is pretty good on its own too. And then we have a bunch of other generic stuff, which you guys will probably find hilarious, because I was playing this deck today to entirely troll people, and it was good. It was worth it. So we played 2 the String Kaiju because we can Small World into it, and we can also use it to Small World into the statue. Like, a lot of cool stuff there. 1 Duster. Duster, ironically enough, was my back row removal for the entire day, outside of using Bull multiple times to do it, but it was getting the job done, though, like, ironically enough. Probably would put the Lightning Storms in, but I kind of like the Kaijus. Alright, and you already know, this deck would not be complete without some Floodgates. You already know. So we are playing 3 Skill Drain in the side, because Skill Drain and Horus and Therion cards are hilarious, because you can still use Disc Coliseum to recur under Skill Drain. You can negate with Regulus on the Skill Drain if you send the Regulus. It's activate the effect as cost, and it's just real strong in my opinion. And then 3 D-Barrier. D-Barrier is very good. I've seen it against Exo Sisters. I've seen it against Pearly. It's really strong. D-Barrier hits a lot of decks. Works against Tier. Works against any of the annoying decks, so to speak. So that is the side deck, boys and girls. Alright. So let's go over the interesting part. We have the extra deck, right? So let me go over the Link Monsters first to make this easy. Alright, Link Monsters as follows. This is pretty standard in my opinion. 1 IIP, 1 Unicorn. I didn't make either of those today. I didn't really need to. Little Knight for Little Knight reasons. Avermax. And White Woman Jump Scare, or our mascot, Underworld Goddess. I made Underworld Gods once, I think. I didn't get to make Abramax today. I was trying to, but my opponent wouldn't ever let me get that far. Or I'd just turn it, instead of like linking a bunch of big bodies off to do it, I would just turn in and kill him instead. Now, Nightmare Unicorn is supposed to be filler right now. He's supposed to be a Link 3 Blackluster Soldier, but, you know, we don't have that yet, so we are just substituting. I didn't really have to make IP much today, guys. Now, let's go over the Synchro package. Synchro package is extremely small. We got an Impuncher and a Barone, because whatever Ash Blossom is the normal summon instead of the statue. We can push for game with Impuncher, or we can just set up a General Negate with Barone. But chances are, you are putting out that statue, and that statue is going to put out far more work than either of those cards, actually. Now, you already know the XYZ lineup is kind of thick. Alright, so let's go Dingirsu for protection and removal. Zombie Vampire MVP by far. Made this more than anything today. I think I made Dingirsu the second most too. Giant Champion Sargus. Search Therion cards. Search any of them. And then leave it on the field when you're going against like Pearly, Exorcisters, stuff that makes XYZ, so you can just start bouncing cards. It's pretty good. Hope Harbinger, just pretty nice. Did not make this today, I didn't need to. But you already know we ran Draglubion and Numeron Dragon, so the only time Hope Harbinger was even involved was I actually used Numeron Dragon on a tier player today, earlier today, and I got it up to 20k attack, and I swung in with a big body and just demolished him. And then lastly, guys, we have the Zeus, the Typhon. Did not make Zeus at all today because, you know, usually I'm killing my opponent. They were killing me before I could get to that point. And I did make Typhon probably 2 or 3 times today. It was pretty good. Overall, for 45, and, you know, Earth Barrier statue being as oppressive as it is, because it makes me, it just feels like the Wind Barrier statue, bro. It really does. It really does. Like, it had that much of an effect where if I got it out and kept it out, because what I'd do is I'd set up my stuff. I'd do Therion board. I'd set out Regulus. And then I'd keep the Earth Barrier statue out. And then if they don't get rid of it and it goes back to my turn, I kill them. And that's how I won the majority of my games, actually, was I'd just do that and kill them. Or I would just lock them under Tikaboo for a turn, get out Barrier statue, and then just GG, you know? But hope y'all liked the deck profile. For any of you who was my opponent today, you all know who you are if you are subs to the channel. My bad. I just needed to see how far a Barrier statue was going to get me. Just needed to know. But that being said, if you like the deck profile, like the video, if you want to see more of this, because I am planning to fine tune the ever living hell out of this, because I know I can make it consistent. This is like first draft. Leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.